Welcome, everyone. This is Jimmy, and this is a last minute trading psychology session I just scheduled in for you guys because there's so much uncertainty in the market. There's so much FUD, there's so much pain, there's so many emotions across all the markets. So I thought let's do a live session with you guys to talk about the market, to talk about mindset, and to explain why people are getting wrecked, even in a bull market. Can you imagine that, guys? Let me know. Can you imagine that? People getting wrecked in a bull market. We know trading is not easy. Trading is pretty difficult because when it comes to trading, it's actually that your psychology and biology, they're actually not working, in your benefit. It's more against you. You're trading against your own psychology and biology. And I want to change that, guys, by producing more content for you to stay safe. So before I go to continue, I want you to think about what you want to improve when it comes to mindset and trading. What's that one thing that you want to improve? And with improve, it's actually what I'm trying to say is what you want to do better, or the thing you want to avoid to get better in trading, if you understand what I mean. Sometimes in trading, it's not only about doing the good things and creating better skills. Sometimes it's about unlearning bad behavior or unlearning bad skills. Let me know. We will continue after the promo video.
PrimeXPT is the most powerful trading platform offering immediate access to over 30 assets. Trade cryptocurrencies, forex, commodities, stock indices, and much more, all from a single Bitcoin settled account. Visit the link below and start trading on PrimeXPT in minutes.
YFDI is democratizing finance by creating the most secure, transparent, and user-friendly ecosystem of DeFi products. To learn more, visit thebirdpress.com/YFDI. Bistro is a decentralized peer-to-peer food marketplace that makes ordering food more convenient and rewarding for both providers and customers. Learn more at thebirdpress.com/bistro. Equinix is a NASDAQ-listed digital assets company offering crypto exchange, custody, asset management, borrowing and lending services, and more. Enhance your crypto wealth today at thebirdnest.com/Equinix. The Change DeFi app allows you to become your own digital bank with automated financial services that give you complete control over your wealth while enjoying 100% freedom and security. Sign up today at thebirdnest.com/change. Join over 10 million users trading on Crypto.com, the world's fastest and most secure crypto trading platform. Earn up to $50 of CRO with the code CryptoBirb when staking at thebirdnest.com/CryptoCom. Lease Capital is the first launchpad on Arbitrum. Get access to early investments in the most promising projects at thebirdnest.com/leasecapital. Eureka helps creators protect, manage, and monetize their work with the power of blockchain. Secure your rights and your revenue at thebirdnest.com/Eureka.
Hi guys, this is Jimmy. I always clapping when I'm hearing this intro, this embedded intro. I like the sound. I like the sound very much. Hey guys, I see Venter fam is in the house. I see a lot of people from everywhere here. I see people from the Netherlands, people from Holland, the Netherlands. I'm myself from the Netherlands. I even see people from California, Poland, Belgium, basically everywhere. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Jimmy. I think some of you don't know who I am, and I like to talk about trading psychology. Lesson number one is don't take things about trading psychology and mindset over from people you don't know. So I'm going to give you a reason why you should listen to me. One, I'm an NLP coach, currently pursuing my master program. I have 3, 4, 5 years experience in HR. I coached people for a long time. I know something about trading psychology and neuroscience. It's actually my passion. I like to help people. NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. It's actually a coaching methodology to get more in line with your core values, to understand your self-limiting beliefs and emotions, and to change behavior for the better. Okay, guys, I want to talk about how to avoid getting wrecked because, in my humble opinion, we're still in a bull market. And the fact is, we haven't even entered a bear market this year. Despite the fact that we had really huge corrections and retracements of 25% up to 50% back in May. It's all about market structure. Before we're going to continue, I would like to make this session with me, guys, as interactive as possible. A few reasons. One, the more interactive it is, the more fun it is for me and for you. Secondly, you will learn more. I want to highlight here, guys. I always say this is your safe space. There's no such thing as good or bad. That's just stupid. It's only about evolving and learning. No such thing as stupid questions. Remaining silent for a while you have a question, that's the stupid thing. I want you to consider yourself as a classical trading pattern. And what kind of trading pattern would you be? Would it be a falling wedge, a rising wedge? Would it be a bull pennant? Would it be a double top, a double bottom? Tell me. I think it's fun to know that. So before I'm going to continue, I want to say one thing. I see a lot of people live right now, and a lot of people, they will listen to this recording, I'm sure. It's one. If you listen to this live stream, I think you're special because you're taking some of your beautiful, precious time to cultivate something that can help you in your training journey and performance. Secondly, I want to say just listening to me and tuning in, it's actually not enough because there's something you need to do, and that's going full, playing full out, just like a child, going full out, play full out, because you need to take action. We all know this, right? Knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing, and that would be shame because we know and we're gonna act upon the thing we know. Mark Douglas, who doesn't know him? I'm a big fan, by the way, of Mark Douglas. Read his book. I have his DVDs, also his audio book. I think he's a great writer. He understands trading psychology. Not sure if he has really a psychology background, to be honest, but he understands mindset at least. And it's like he has a lot of beautiful quotes actually. So one of his quotes is, "You can create your own game in your mind based on your beliefs, intent, perception, and rules." So where people are making the mistake, the first mistake is in their beliefs. Your beliefs is everything. Your belief is going to determine your destiny, actually, and your behavior and your actions and the outcome of your actions. It's all about beliefs. If you don't take time to cultivate right beliefs, you will be left with your self limiting beliefs. So I want you to think about one of the beliefs you have and you want to change, and let them know. So one of the beliefs you could have that's not going to empower your training performance would be, I suck in risk management, or it would be, I cannot trade profit, or I always buy the top. So imagine if you have this belief and you're repeating this belief to yourself, then it becomes a what? A conviction. And your subconscious mind, and this is really important, guys, to understand this. You have a brain, right? You have your mind, and there are a lot of ways to distinguish your mind, but let's see if your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, most of the actions you do, most of the things you do, most of the things you feel, it actually comes from your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is not here to make you happy. I want you to understand this. Your subconscious mind, guys, is not here to make you happy. Your subconscious mind here is to protect you. And sometimes protecting you is not always what you want. It wants to protect you from pain. It wants to protect you from negativity. It wants you to help to survive. That's the main thing of the main goal of your subconscious mind. It's there to protect you. It's there to protect the physical you, and it's there to protect your self-image. And I want you guys to understand this. If your self-image, if the image you have towards yourself is, I am not really good in taking profit. I suck in that. I lose money always. I buy the top. I the markets are always against me. If this is you, then you have to change this for something that can empower you. Because these thoughts, they will create scenarios in your head. And then they will create emotions. And then you will act upon it. And then you have a outcome of a behavior. And then that's the emotion again. And then you will get stuck in this loop. So break this loop by divorcing yourself from bad beliefs. Let's actually take number one. Takeaway number one: divorce yourself from your bad beliefs. Write them down and share them as well, right? Share them as well here in the chat. What's the one belief you want to get rid of? One other thing about emotions, I see so much crap when it comes to emotions. Well, unless you follow people who understand mindset and psychology, you won't find me saying, "Hey, emotions are the biggest enemy of a trader," or some other people I follow, I respect because they have a really strong background in psychology. Also, certified. She's our clinical PhD psychologist. She also understands that the emotion themselves, it's not actually the enemy of a trader. The real enemy, guys, and understand this: the real enemy is not understanding the emotion. That's the biggest enemy. I'm going to explain you why. The moment you're trying to resist your emotion, the moment you're trying to fight your emotion, it will come back. And it will not come back as how it was, it will come back stronger. It's like this ball, you're trying to push it on the water, but you cannot hold it on the water for always, right? It comes back. So what to do then? So in psychology, depends actually the school of thought and where you have studied psychology, but there are four up to six or even more basic emotions, and then there are a lot of emotions derived from that. The main idea is, guys, is emotions themselves, they're not good and they're not bad. Okay? They're neutral. They're neutralish. They just appear. What you want to know is how to carefully observe your emotion without listening to it too much, and analyze your emotion and then taking action and regulating your emotion. Because the moment you're trying to to resist them, to ignore them, to avoid them, they will come back. They will come back, just like the ball. It's like this basketball, yeah, right, in the swimming pool when you're trying to push it right to the floor, and then bam, it comes back. That's your emotion. So if you want to, and in between quotation marks, control your emotion, you need to allow them, and then you can let them go. Okay, that's key. Takeaway number two: allow your emotion, even if it's panic, even if it's fear. Allow them, analyze it, observe it, challenge it, and then let it go. Let it go. Um, I have a lot of things, guys, to say, right? I want to say I can also share some secrets how to how to actually beat this market from a psychology point of view. But I have a question for you. Actually, a few questions. Let me check if you guys are awake and alert and active. So when you look to this Bitcoin chart, where are we right now? Like, you see a lot of phases, right? Basically, you can add more phases and you can skip phases. But so in general, where are we? And you should have, if you don't want to pinpoint like one thing, like where are we or between where are we? Let me know what you think. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take a sip of my water. So everyone has his own view, right, where we are. So basically, me, I think we are in the stages of belief and thrill. I think we're still in a bull market, and I don't think we are like in the bear market yet. However, I do believe that people, they will trade euphoria, they will change it, they will change from euphoria to anxiety, from anxiety to anger to depression. I see denial. I see denial, anxiety. That's good. So now I want you to ask yourself the next question. Where are you? Where are you when it comes to your trading performance, your P&L? Where are you? And then ask yourself, are you now forcing your own beliefs to the Bitcoin chart or not? And that's really important, because if this is the case, then you're not trading the charts, you're trading your beliefs. You understand? Someone understand this? Does it make sense, guys? If you feel angry, or if you're in denial, or if you're in panic, if you're in this hope phase or state, it's maybe a better word. And if you're reflecting this on and pushing this and forcing this on the Bitcoin chart or any other chart, you're not trading the chart at all. You're trading your emotions. Then go back to your emotions. As I said, emotions are not that bad or good, right? Yes, they are. There are positive emotions and negative emotions, but they just appear. Go back, allow them, go back to the chart and think and analyze again. I hope this makes sense. So, Balaj, I'm gonna explain it again. So, if you check your own portfolio, your own trading performance, if you're in profit or in loss, and by looking at it, you can create some certain thoughts or emotions. It could be you're in thrill or in belief, or you are in or you're in panic or in disbelief or depression. What people often do is they are basically forcing what they felt about their own P&L. They are pushing this, forcing this, applying this same emotion on the chart. And that, for me, it tells me you're trading your emotions and not the charts. Guys, this is Bitcoin on a weekly. This is actually the Binance chart. In hindsight, I should have used the Bitstamp chart because it contains more data. Tell me, are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? That's always the question I'm asking myself. Is this a uptrend or a downtrend? To me, it's really obvious. The primary trend is up. You want to trade and to bet and to speculate, to invest with the primary trend. And even the secondary trend, if you go back to the 3-day, the 1-day chart, it's still up. We're still in an uptrend, right? We're still in an uptrend. There's no bear market. Sometimes I'm asking people, like, if they really thinking, some people, they really think they're in the bear market, and I show them this chart and ask them again, tell me with a straight face, are we in a bear market or not? This is not a bear market at all. If you look to the Bitcoin chart, there are a lot of corrections of 25%, 30%, at least 6-7 times we had this correction of 30%, 25% this year alone. So we should be actually be comfortable with this discomfort, because I know trading is about discomfort. When you see your portfolio going down and Bitcoin going down, what happens is recency bias kicks in. And when recency bias kicks in, you basically giving new data more significance than the old data. So when you see 1-day candle going down and the second also and the third also, you think, oh shit, this is going down now, this is going down, this is going down, there's no stop. That's actually your brain telling you this. This is what we call recency bias. And then confirmation bias kicks in. And then you will only find scenarios or arguments to justify that things will go down or things will go up if things are going up. And that's really dangerous. I'm going to talk more about biases in a few seconds. Let me check if there are some questions. By the way, I'm not Mr. Birb himself. I wish I was. I'm Jimmy, one of the guys who's responsible for trading psychology. So I'm going to share you some, not secrets, but tools. But first, I want to say, without the vision, guys, I always say this, without the vision, you will perish. What do I mean with vision? If you cannot envision yourself taking profit, you failed already. If you don't have a plan where you want to take profit, you failed already. This is a quote. I don't know who it is said, but he said, "If you don't live by a vision of the future, then you will be left with a vision of your past. And if your past is not taking profit, panic selling or panic buying, um, moving your stop losses or not trading stop losses when you do leverage trading, then don't expect that you're going to make some remarkable results. It's basically the opposite. Vision is clarity. Repeat after me. Vision is clarity. Clarity is power. What gets you here won't get you there. So there's something you need to change. And most often, it's not about learning new things, it's about unlearning bad behavior. Unlearning bad behavior. Some people, they think, okay, shit, I need to learn. They're training for a while and they think, oh shit, I need to learn more. I need to learn more. I need to learn a following profile. I need to learn how to read order books. I need to know order flow. I need to know this. I need to know this. I need to know that. you know that's all bullshit, guys. Sorry to say that. What you need to do is to analyze your behaviors and your skills, and asking yourself, which skill now is helping me my trading performance, and which behavior should I get rid of, and then try to unlearn that behavior. It's difficult, because your brain already created this neural pathway, and to break this neural pathway, which is basically impossible, but what you can do is to create something which is bigger and stronger than that neural pathway, a new neural pathway that leads to a desired outcome, if this makes sense. Clarity is power. Yeah, thank you so much for the support, guys. I really love to do this. You know what the thing is with training psychology, mindset coaching? One of my core values, and I also talked about this with my wife today, is one of my core values is friendliness. It's also servitude, helping people, serving them. Of course, sometimes I monetize my services. Obviously, my kids also need to eat, right? But I love to do this, and for me, it's a double win. I live in line with my core values. I help people to become better traders and even better individuals, better persons, and it helps me. So this guy is Ned Davis. Ned Davis is a American financial analyst. He's also the co-founder of Ned Davis Research Group, which is a data-driven investment company somewhere in the States. I thought it was somewhere in Florida. He wrote some books, or at least this book. He's also on Twitter, not that very active, but he wrote this beautiful book. The name of this book is Being Right or Making Money. So one of the reasons why people are losing it, especially also in the bull market, because a lot of people, they have been liquidated, guys. Sorry to say that, but a lot of people, they have been liquidated. A lot of people, they lost money because they don't know what they do, or because they don't have a vision. They just go with the flow, and that's not good. There's no plan behind it. So he's talking about being right, first, as in being right or wrong, from your ego, or making money. A lot of people, they are more concerned about their ego than making money. You see this also on Twitter. This ego thing is a big issue. And especially if you think that you know where the market is heading to. So in his book, there was his answer quote, and he's saying, actually, there are two types of investors or traders. Be they large or small, those who don't know where the market is headed, and those who don't know that they don't know. Basically, everybody doesn't know, right? Everybody doesn't know. No one knows. No one knows where the market is going to. Yes, we can think in possibilities, and then we can categorize these possibilities in high scenarios, or highly likely, high probabilities, or low probabilities. Yes, that's okay if you have a system for that. But don't think that you know where the market is heading to, because if you think that you know where the market is heading to, because a lot of biases we have, right? We have um, especially confirmation bias is one of the strongest and the most difficult bias to combat when it comes to trading, because your subconscious mind will do everything to find that thing that can justify your thesis. And your brain, what it actually does is, this is an NLP communication model, And we tap into this world through our five senses, right? We just have five senses. Well, maybe some people, they think they have six senses. Let's say they have six senses, but we tap into this world through our senses, right? And then our brain, what it does is we delete, generalize, or distort information subconsciously, automatically, without you knowing that you're doing this, because your brain always goes for the path of least resistance. So these filters, they are coming from your meta programs, or another word for meta programs is your personality characteristics. If you're more introvert, extrovert, you're more risk, or if you're more someone who's more feels more comfortable in a protocol-based approach or just random. Um, to give you just a few examples, your values, your beliefs, your decisions, your memories, and so on and so on, and the list goes on and on. And then we create a internal representation in our head, and this create a state. So if you are in a state of, let's say, the market is going up, you don't want to take profit because you're in the state of, hey, things will go up, things will go up, and someone will come with a chart or some good arguments that the market can also go down. What will happen is then subconsciously, like, your brain, your mind rather prefers to generalize, distort, and delete that information in such a way that it fits your own bias. Who understand this? Do I need to re-explain this again, guys? I think this is important to understand. This is really important to understand this. And especially when you're really fearful and your amygdala gets activated, you have two amygdalas on both sides of your brain. And if you're in this arousal state of fight, flight, or freeze, and you're in this fearful state, what you will do is, if you're in this fearful state, for example, Bitcoin goes down. When was it? A few months ago, it was 29K. Birb, me, a lot of other guys also especially in the Birb nest, this is the bottom, I'm going to buy. But if you're in this fearful state, it will induce a certain physiology. It's like your body will change. You have bodily changes just by thought alone. If you think about the chart, your pupils can dilate. Your breath may be more shallow, or you're moving your posture that represents a fearful posture, and then this creates again, this reinforces the state again, and then it's hard to get out of the state, and then add up the confirmation bias and the recency bias, if this makes sense. Okay, guys, understand this. This is crucial. This is you, right? You need to understand your state you're in, and if you cannot break your state, you will get stuck in this state, and it's not going to help your in terms of flexible cognitivity. So you want to be flexible in your thoughts, and you want to divorce quickly from your state and not to stick too long with it. I admit, like, if you have a directional bias when it comes to trading, it's good to keep that directional bias, but also have in mind the level where you're going to change your directional bias. So Ned Davis has a few lessons he learned, and he's explaining in his book. He failed in cutting losses, and I don't think he's the only one. A lot of people, they have this problem. He improved when he used a timing model, and I will explain you guys what the timing model is. And I think I need way more time to explain this just in one live session, because I also want to talk about other stuff. So his verdict, actually his conclusion, how to become a better trader, or he is actually more a investor, is having objective models and discipline. Okay, there's an interesting question from Robertuno. He says, Jimmy, I need to go in. How does this help to learn to have diamond hands and something do nothing? So for me, having diamond hands is when I totally know that I'm comfortable if this investment goes to zero. So most often it's when I have made a good trade and then I use the profit to invest in something. Then for me, it's actually free money. Well, actually, it's not really free. I worked for it, but you get the idea. then I'm comfortable with it and to sit it out. And I also know from experience that having diamond hands, or with diamond hands, I mean actually, waiting and not selling for a long time, or adding even when things go back to high time frame support levels. This helped me to maintain my diamond hands. I hope this helped. Um, so there are four key elements, right? Well, right, it's from you, right? But the four key elements that Dave is talking about. It's one, having objective indicators. So tell me what kind of indicators you're using to identify a buy or sell signal, or a top or bottom signal. For me, it's actually the RSI, the bullish divergence and the bearish divergence, especially the bearish divergence. And it's not only the divergence based on the RSI, but also on other indicators. I'm using also the Birb Pro, and it finds automatically the divergence is based on 10 different indicators. So sometimes it gives me a score of 80% bearish divergence, which means that 8 out of the 10, so the Birb Pro uses 10 different indicators. 8 out of the 10 indicators are not going in line with price, so there's divergence. I'm using that. It helps a lot. Not gonna lie, sometimes for me it's more to take profit rather than fully exit. I still believe in the bull market. And then he talks about discipline. One thing you need to know about discipline, guys, is discipline is overrated. Okay, discipline is overrated. Discipline is important. I admit. You want to stay disciplined. What's more important is cultivating the right trading habits and behavior, to execute good behavior. Why? Behavior is an automated program and it doesn't require a lot of mental power. Discipline, however, requires a lot of willpower. And people, they get depleted at the end of the day or during the day, because discipline is just a limited power. Just see it as a muscle, right? When you go to the gym, you cannot stay in the gym for 24/7. You need to take rest. The same goes for your brain. An example, I make most of my mistakes, they happen in the nights, because that's when I'm tired. It's when I'm depleted. It's when um, I'm more suggestible for how do you call it, impulsive behavior. My frontal lobe, like your brain, is tired, and then it's hard to control impulsive behavior. So discipline is important. You need discipline to cultivate good trading behaviors, but don't rely only on discipline, guys. Rely on habits. Create good habits. As I said, like a habit is an automated program. From neuroscience, we know that if you do something often enough, then you create this neural pathway in your brain. So a lot of brains, like neurons, brain cells, they wire together. And if you execute this behavior, then they fire together, and then they get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then it takes a lot of willpower to do things differently than from the behavior, if this makes sense. So focus on cultivating good trading behavior. And yes, of course, you need discipline for that. And then let's talk quickly about flexibility. So when I'm talking about being flexible, it's about shifting from bullish to bearish, or from bullish to neutralish. Neutral. You can also stay neutral in the market, right? All people always think, okay, or I need to be bullish or bearish. No, you can also be neutral. So this cognitive flexibility is important. And as I said, and as I also explained just a few minutes ago, this is important, but this is also difficult. Wait, let me go to the model again. Because of this, and because of the many biases we have, if you're in a certain state, let's say in this bullish state, it's difficult to shift your bullish state to a different state, because a lot of bias, they're kicking in, like recency bias and confirmation bias. You only want to hear what fits your bias, what fits your thesis, and then you're not. This means actually you're not flexible enough. You need to be flexible. Um, who understands this? And tell me, by the way, what kind of objective indicator are you using? Because the thing of a objective indicator is you filter out a lot of non-emotional evidence. How is this is actually what you want to do? It's not nothing wrong with emotions, but you don't want to act only upon emotions, right? Or the best thing is even to neutralize or regulate your emotions and then think from your objective indicators. So for me, an example is when I see a bearish divergence and it starts from a oversold area, let's say 90, and then it goes down and the price goes up. For me, this is a clear sign. Okay, momentum is weakening. Okay, momentum is weakening, and I have enough data to support the thesis that most likely things will go down. This is one of my objective indicators. Another one is MAs, for example. If a price or Bitcoin or another asset is reclaiming the 200 MA on daily, rule of thumb is if it reclaims this, it's bullish, more bullish than bearish, right? So, or another one is if price is really far away from the 200 MA, really far, it doesn't matter, up or down, the 200 MA will act as a magnet. So you sooner or later you will have this mean reversion. This is one of my objective indicators. And then I have also the Birb Pro. So I have a set of calculations, tools, bugs, RSI, indicators. It doesn't matter. Have them, at least one. Don't use a lot of indicators. I'm not a big fan of it, but just use a few one. I think, guys, we talked enough, I think, about this topic. As you guys know, we had this 500K Congress a while ago. Well, a while ago, what I'm saying, it ended actually last Friday. And because of that, let me share also my chart if you want, and then we can check Bitcoin as well. To celebrate this, the 500K Congress and the Black Friday, we are offering everyone 30% discount. If you pay with crypto, it's even 40%. The reason we're doing this is because we want to have people on board and to ride the market with us. You guys want to see Bitcoin chart? Let me check. I'm gonna share screen. Where is it? I'm gonna share my entire screen. Maybe that's a good idea. So, by the way, this is what I think is a probable scenario. I think we're gonna see a still this bullish divergence is still intact, right? So, by the way, this is what I wanted to show you. Look how many big drops we have seen since the beginning of this year. Drop 28%, 25%, 26%. Depends where you start, but this is, let's say, 50%. Well, especially if you go here, 51%, a big one. And then here, one of the most recent ones, 25%. Then this is just a 22% movement. After this pullback, we have seen a rise of 75%, guys. I mean, that's not normal. Or, well, it is. And just a few days ago or 2 weeks ago, it had this all-time high, and now people are panicking again around. What is this, guys? This is just support. So what I think is we're gonna grab some liquidity maybe here, and then up we go. And if it goes down, the bullish divergence is still intact. That's actually my thesis. Wait, Daniel. Yeah, that's actually the Birb Pro. I'm using the Birb Pro. Also, it's actually one of our indicators. It's a paid indicator. And what it does, it measures bearish divergence, bullish divergence, a lot of things actually. But it's one of the things what it does. So what you see here is a bearish divergence, And it's not only based on the how do you call that, on the RSI. It's based on 10 different indicators. So every time when I see a bearish divergence on a high time frame, for me at least it's a warning sign, and it means take some profit. Time to take some profit. Also here, before the big drop, also you can also adjust. I think we did also some tutorials. Not going to do deep too in it. So this is it. It starts off from 30% bearish divergence. So you see always that when a bearish divergence occurs, things go down, right? Because momentum goes down, bulls get tired. Again, and this, by the way, what you see here, this is a bullish divergence. And this is actually a double divergence. You can do this. So that's that. What I briefly want to say, guys, is the private mentoring is currently sold out, right? It's actually our most expensive plan. That's also the most popular one. So based on a yearly payment or plan, it's 521, but this is completely sold out. What we still have are these two plans, and currently people, they can get 30% discount, 40% actually, if you pay with crypto. And this discount is going to fade away starting from Monday. Starting from Monday or the end of Monday, the 30% will no be longer there. So I would say if you really enjoyed the Burpnas and the education we provide, I would say give it a try and try it out, even if it's for 1 month. I'm sure you're going to like it. And a lot of people, they learned a lot of things during the 500K Congress. And also in the Burpnas, not sure how many Burbies right now are in the chat, but the amount of positive testimonials received in the last few days are really heartwarming, really heartwarming. Let me show you some of them, because I think that social proof really matters. And you just can go back to these results, these real people, you can check them out. And so many people, they really enjoyed our content, because we do not only provide calls, we also provide educational content. And you can also follow our TA's team journey, what they trade, what they do not trade, and when Birb, for example, thinks it's the real time to exit or to enter. I think you really can get value from money, but only if you take this serious. As I said, listening to me or listening to anyone else, it's not going to help you a lot. What helps, guys, and what really is needed is you going to play full out and have a plan and have conviction also in your plan, and have also a really strong why. This may be the last thing I'm going to say is, this is maybe going to shock you, but I have coached a lot of people, okay, traders and non-traders. Most of the people I coached, and what I found out is, the moment people have money as their main goal, they will lose it. They already lost it, actually. Let me explain this, okay? Let me explain this. Money, there are a lot of core values, right? Maybe or not, maybe could categorize money as a core value. I don't think it is. But money, when you chase it, it's emotionful. Once you have it, it's emotionless. And I speak from experience. Maybe you can find another example for example, if you want this iPhone really bad, it's emotionful. Once you have it, it becomes emotionless. When you really want to have that beautiful car, it's really emotionful. When you have it, it's emotionless. Don't have money as your main purpose. Your main purpose, ladies and gentlemen, and this is important, please listen to me, it should come from your core values. If you don't know your core values, find it out. Call your mother, call your father, have a talk with your girlfriend, boyfriend, with your husband, or with your wife, with your neighbors, and tell them, what do you think it's important for me, or how do you know me, or ask them and try to find out your core values and try to trade based on your core values because you want to manifest them in life. Money is just a byproduct. Yes, I admit you need to have money related goals. If you don't have money related goals, you're going to perish. You're not going to trade for fun, right? But you need first your main purpose that should come from your main core values, and then have money related goals, and not the other way around. Not the other way around. Um, I think, yeah, I shared a lot of information here for free, and it's also because I make this promise. I don't want you guys to see Rekt in this in this rough market. As I said, a lot of people they've been capitulated here, 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 and most likely also here. But I personally think is we're going maybe to see some price action below this gray box, some kind of soon failure pattern, and then we go up again. I think that's the most likely scenario based on my thesis. Anyone? Do you have any questions, guys? I have a few minutes before I'm going to have some dinner with my kids and wife. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for listening. Thank you so much also for being so active. I really enjoyed it. If I have missed your question, I apologize. You can ask me. You can ask your questions on Twitter. My DMs are open, or on Discord. You can tag me. What's for dinner? That's a good one. My wife, I think some leftovers from yesterday, some rice with vegetables, and not sure what not sure what the planning is, but I'm also cooking. So basically, we're cooking always. So when we're cooking for 2 days. It's for us convenient, especially now with the kids. What's the next move for Bitcoin? What do you? Yeah, I stake USD. Or actually use the TM change finance. It gives me a pretty good APY. It's based on stable coins, so there's no impermanent loss. Change finance. If you have questions about that, tag me in the Nest Club and I can explain you. Look, guys, if you zoom in, yes, then I admit. Well, let me get this. If you zoom in like this, or even like the 1 hour, you see this. Yeah, then this is a bear market, guys. This is a bear market. You don't want to zoom in. You want to zoom out. I like the 12-hour chart because it requires me to check the chart twice a day. I think we see here a beautiful bullish divergence. And I see, if you delete this one, that we somehow going to see a retest from this RSI somewhere here, and the price drops. Going to create a lot of panic because when we are below this gray box, people they will assume that we will go back to 48k. Not that I'm ruling out 48k, but I think people they will enter here around 51, something like that, or even 50. If that's not the case, then most likely, I think this is the most likely scenario in my mind. I expect some pain. Otherwise, I think something like this will happen. It's one of the two scenarios I have in mind. The one I'm going to play is this one. I hope this answered your question. The volume on the weekly. Oh shit! I always do this. I'm using a Windows laptop and not my own MacBook. I need to buy a new one. What was the question again? I'm hungry, so I don't think that. Oh yeah. Yeah. So what you see, and that's dangerous. You see, actually this, right? Down. The volume didn't support this uptrend. You see, so I don't think this is good. When you check, like when it's what you want to see here is some low volume, some low volume. So it means that actually also, well, the thing is like with volume and price is you want that price should confirm volume should confirm the price action. If that is not the case, then the bulls or the bears are tired. Um, well, what time? Yeah. So if you have questions about the coupon and the sale, let me know. I have just a few minutes. What time will the coupon expire? Well, we're going to do it this way. Starting from tomorrow, it's no longer 30%, or starting from Tuesday, I think it's no longer 30%. It's going down, and every day it's dropping down until there's no discount anymore. Because the reason is we don't want to have too many people on our Discord. That's the same reason we stopped with private mentoring. It's sold out. It's actually our most expensive package. It's 660 on a monthly basis. It's sold out. We don't do this anymore because we want to guarantee quality, and we are committed and dedicated to create to deliver quality. So that's why we stopped. However, there are slots available on calls only, especially calls only and exclusive Nest Club. So when are they available? Till the end of Monday, and then starting from there, then from Tuesday there will be some discounts, but less. It's going to fade away. It's just going to drop down. Thoughts on surging the soup kitchen? Where will be a reasonable stop loss? Well, I'm actually accumulating Bitcoin, so actually it's not really trade. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to buy here, and I think this is a good buy zone. And if it goes down, I will buy here. And I purchased Bitcoin already, around 10K, 11K, or even below the 10K. So I'm already in profit. But for me, this is also just like to identify how strong the market is. So what I want to see is like that it respects this kind of falling wedge, and then it goes up just below, that it goes below support and it goes up. This is my next one. If it goes below this line, and then I would like to scale out a little bit to protect, to risk off. Let me check. Yeah, I eventually I think altcoins will cover, because look, altcoins, especially the the high caps and below, in the coins, in the top 500, 600, even the 200, 300, they don't need a lot of money to pump, right? So Bitcoin needs a lot of money to create a 10% volume, or 10% up movement. So I think altcoins will recover pretty quickly. Yeah, so leverage or not, I think it's not that. I think about leverage, you don't always need to do leverage, because it's all about position size. You can take 100% leverage or a cross margin, as long if your position size is in place. It's all about risk per trade. You need to calculate your position size based on your average entry and your stop loss. I'm not, by the way, saying that you should use 100% leverage, not at all. But if you're using it, make sure that you have a valid reason to use leverage, and make sure you don't risk more than you're willing to lose. Meaning, if your trading portfolio, trading account, I don't know, FTX is 10K, then in your risk per trade is 2%, you don't want to lose $200 on a single trade or trades. Okay. So if it is not clear, DM me, Bill, and I will share with you a position size calculator. We have a position size calculator on our Discord. I think that's what was the last question. Again, guys, we would happy if you are going to join us. the crypto, the Birdnest family, and I will swear we will ride this bull market and we will survive this bull market, and then we're going to make a lot of money in the bear market, because it's in the bear market where people will accumulate coins and then they get really, really rich. And I believe in this, guys. I believe that there will come a bear market, and I think Burb also shares the same thought. This bear market in crypto will be triggered by actually recession, the real global recession. I foresee a global recession, and crypto will go down with it. Not sure how much down Bitcoin will go, but I know one thing sure: I will accumulate a lot of high potential coins, and I will hodl them. I will invest in them. I will use my profit money to do that, and I'm sure I'm going to make a lot of money out of that. With that said, guys, I love you very much. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked this webinar, if you liked this live stream, I know you guys, you know the way to the like button. Give it a like, give it a comment, retweet it. I love you very much. DMs are always open. God bless you all. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.